Alrighty, everybody. Well, as you can see, I think I might got something pretty good on the ground here. I mean, if this is another stone artifact like a big groove stone hammer, I'm gonna freak for late December. But you know, this is Indian, man. I mean, I'm finding that's some kind of that white translucent thing right there. It's busted on the end, but it's, as you can see, it's snapped right there in the back. But at the tip of this, it's like it's a broken knife form is what it is. But quite a bit of flint, quite a bit. And that's the kind of sign. I mean, if you're arrowhead hunting, I mean, if all you have is a place to hunt is like one place, walk it out, because you never know what you're going to find. But myself, because of my circumstances, well, I'm going to go to places that have concentrated Indian activity, and it's about reading the sign. And well, I could have walked on. I have my intentions is to walk that way 1/2 mile in this big monstrous field, and the very back end of it is a huge, it's almost like a mound. This thing's big. I mean, it's one single big hill that overlooks this big creek, and I've found some side notch points there and a lot of other early stuff, you know, so that's why I'm here. There's a chance to find a big sandy point here today, or a Thebe. But let's see what we got. I didn't pull it, so guess what? My assessment, nothing. But that's the way it goes. You think every rock I pick up is going to be an artifact? Well, it don't work like that. It does not work like that. I pick up so many things, and the places I go and how hard I hunt, I mean, it's just, they don't bother me at all. But I'm going to tell you something. It's doing all this can be a backbreaker. Straight up and down, just the way it is. If you're going to work hard at it and be very diligent within your work. Oh, now that's not BS. That's something good. And it's broke. Son of a gun. Yeah, it's a good place. It's a good place. Yeah, that's a broken. That's, man. Yeah, some blackish octane. No doubter right there. Alright, well, at least I got a live find. Hit and miss, right? A junker, a nothing, just a plain old rock, and a broken one. Hope the day gets better. See ya. Alright, everybody, I have got my first full artifact in my hand. And look at this end scraper. It's uniface, right? But just look at the work on this puppy. Man. That's a good one. Man, just look at the work. That's a really nice end scraper. Made out of local material for myself. Some kind of Coshocton flint, bluish black. I mean, just good work. Alright, everybody. There you go. See ya. Hey, everybody. Things are looking up. Check out this lance that I just found. It's pretty thin. And I don't know if you look at the work. It's work on all down the sides of this thing. Look at that. It's got like a spoke shave or a shaft scraper, utilitarian work done to it right there, and then right there on the very end of this thing, it's like an end scraper. Not a heavy lip, but nonetheless, it's all napped up. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Jump phone. Can't wait to throw this phone into the trash. It's still the same phone. I did a lot of work to it as far as like updating things and stuff like that. It's working better, but it's still a problem. Well, that's a pretty nice find right there. So that's a couple good ones. I got a really big broken knife form in my pocket. I'm thinking it's probably woodland. It doesn't have any grinding on the sides of it. It's the back end of it, but But nonetheless, so that's a couple of decent finds so far. Alright, back at it. See you. Well, I took 2 steps forward, and here's a crappy nutting stone. Look at the hole, though. It's deep. Yeah, it's a nutter. It's made out of sand, you know, like a sandstone type material. You can see that it's seen the fire. Right, this thing's been heated up. Yeah, nutting stone. It's a weird one. It's very different than a lot of them I've got, but you know, it's made of that classic sandstone type material, so that way they could, you know, work on their antler billets. So, you know, and you know, since I haven't moved anywhere, so I'm in a very Indian place overlooking essentially a swampy area that runs parallel to this creek. I'm going to assume the ancient peoples probably camped and lived here, and you know, close to the water source and food. You know, turtles, frogs, anything that wasn't fast enough to get away from them. Imagine they ate it if they could catch it. Oh, that's a point. That's a broken point. Oh, there. It's what's left of the base. Right beside this nutting stone. That's so busted up. Man, you know, hunting these plowed fields, I'm gonna tell you, I'm getting kind of spoiled on digging, because if I can get down below the plow line, everything's pristine, just like the way they left it. And who doesn't like perfect artifacts, right? That's what we're after. Alright, everybody, nutting stone. Give you one last look. Nutting stone. See ya. Alrighty, everybody. I got a couple more here to show you. There's that nutting stone. As you can see it, you know, it's been heat treated. That just happened, just by me carrying it around. So I got to be real careful with this item. I mean, it's very fragile. You know, I don't want to ruin that. It's got a pretty good deep hole in it. But, you know, that sandstone, once they heat it, you know, it just makes it crumbly. But check that out. That's a little like a knife form right here. Gotta get where you can see it better in the sun. And this thing right here. Let me turn it around where I can show you the work on it. Right there at that tip. And this thing's like it's got like a polished feel to it. They handled this a lot by hand. Yeah, there's like a weird wear, and there's also some signs of heat treatment on it. But that's the working part of that tool right there. And it's got just some really cool colors on it. It's going to clean up, look pretty nice in frame. It's a kind of an odd tool. But yeah, right there. You can see that just come off of there. That's, So, I might just leave that someplace, leave a marker and leave that. I don't want to touch it no more than I have to. And, you know, I mean, hold on a second here. But, you know, it's not like that's the only stuff, you know. I can't get all the flint out of my pockets, but just to give you an idea, you know what I mean? I'm just tearing it up, and there's all kinds of stuff left in my pockets. I need to put these pieces here away. I got like 4 different pockets I'm trying to utilize here. What was that? Okay, everybody, I got some issues. I'm gonna have to get off here. Gosh darn it all. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get off here. Yeah, that's from me. All in all, that's in pretty good shape. But yeah, I'm gonna have to get off here. See ya. Man, sometimes I wish I lived in Alaska. That way I wouldn't have vehicles driving by, or loud cars going down the road, or hearing airplanes flying over your head. And I just, you know, I like peace and quiet. I mean, I'm a old rock and roller, but man, I'm gonna tell you, I like my peace and quiet. I do. I just do. But man, I'm in a mess of stuff here. I better change the subject before I start going into a, you know, complaining fit. Man, just look at the material that I'm back here at my target area now. And there's just busted up red and sandstone all over this big hilltop. I mean, look at this. It's the killer. You know what I'm saying? Here I've got other artifacts. I've been picking them up. Nothing really, no big great points or something like that. But this is a pretty nice piece right here. I mean, look at that work, man. And it's got saw teeth and it's got these deals out on the side. What a strange, odd tool. Made us some Flint Ridge material. I mean, it's pretty awesome. So it's going into the right side pocket. That's always, I have a habit of I always put my good stuff on the right side. I'm gonna keep you on here. We're gonna keep pulling stuff. We're in the middle of a pretty good ancient debris field here. There's a piece of translucent Flint Ridge right there, but fractured flint for a second. I thought that was an end scraper, but it's all over, so I'm going to keep you on. I'm going to just keep pulling these little guys right here, see what happens. Some blackish blue upper Mercer right next to some Flint Ridge material. That might be an end scraper right there. Nope, it is not. I ain't gonna lie about it. But it's going on the left side. Clean it up, look at it even more. And after I analyze it, it'll either go into the collection or out into the flower garden with the tons of the other stuff I got. And when I say tons, I mean tons. I'm not just saying tons in a figurative way. I mean in a literal sense, tons. All right, here we go. Hey, it's a knife blade. That's what it is. It's super thin. So here we go. We got another lancet. So we have damage. This one has damage on the end. That is not full. It's sharp as a razor. There looks to be use wear right in here, but literally no napping on that piece. It's just like a razor blade. Yep. Oh man, there's something right here. That'd be something cool. Nice. It's a big piece of heat treated upper Mercer is what it is. It's a blade. It's worked. It's an artifact. Do you see the chipping? The nap work on it? Yeah. There we go. Those are the sounds I like to hear. Birds. Okay. That ain't a point, but it kind of gave me the impression of it for a second. Yeah, it's just a piece of fire popped Flint Ridge. It's just all over the place. Oh, wow. You just got to go slow. That's just the way it is. I mean, there ain't no hurrying up through here. I'm a fast arrowhead hunter, but man, you get into this kind of situation here where, I mean, just look at this. So that's a deer track. And look, right on the edge of the deer track, a little, see here. No, it's a flint flake. Darn it. Right in a deer track. Piece of exploded fire pit rock right beside it. Man, the sun is just not working. Okay, here we go. Yeah. This here seems to be polished. This could have been some kind of like hard stone tool. Hammerstone even, but it's, exploded. There's another piece of Flint Ridge. Here's another piece of fire rock right there. Little piece of upper Mercer chip right there. Upper Mercer chip. back through this lip. Oh yeah, there it is. Nothing. I better pick it up and look at it real quick. Make sure it isn't a micro tool. No. Boy, it's just all over. A piece of, yeah, see, that's a piece of blown up fire pit rock. Here's another piece of upper Mercer. Yeah, I find side notches up on this hill, very early points, very polished and well ground in the bases and in the notching. If I don't find one, I mean, I'm not going to be totally devastated, right? 'Cause this is crap conditions. But I mean, this hill produces. I mean, it produces. I have permission that spans out across the state of Ohio into 11 counties. So I have permission, written permission, in 11 different counties here in central Ohio. And in the state of Kentucky, which will be coming this spring. I'll be doing some Kentucky hunts this spring in Carter County. I'm not going to get into the details of that and the areas I'll be hunting, but needless to say, just like I hunt close to the source here in Coshocton, I'm going to go down to Carter County. Look at this. Another piece of fire pit. Look at that burned up, busted up stuff. And sometimes I find nutting stones in that. Here's a piece of upper Mercer. I mean, I'm just going to have to nitpick through here. I'll get my point today, but it's just going to be bending over, breaking your back, looking through just truckloads of stuff. It's just thrown, not thrown, but just all over the ground. Please be. I think I got a broken McCorkle, the base of an exploded McCorkle in my pocket too. It's somewhere in there. I'm not digging for it, but I'm pretty sure it was the back end, the very base of a bifurcated McCorkle. Here are once again more. Look at that. Just look how red that is. I mean, that's a prime example. Right beside it, boom, more. It's just everywhere. So I have an immense amount of fire pit up here on top of this big hill. Once again, give you a look at it. The bomb. This is just so great. Tremendously awesome field here. But everything that I would expect to be here is here. I wish it was better conditions, but this is what God. I was getting ready to say this is what God has given me. Hey, look ahead. So, as I stumble across the chunks of fire pit, oh, it's looking great. So, killer. Would have been a killer big blade. I'm putting it on the left side. Well, no.